It's my first time ever having background dancers while doing an interview. So at 2.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!
Yes.
Whoa.
Dun, 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 dun. My favorite.
In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Houston Rockets.
The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Welcome to a special presentation of the tape. Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. A rare treat tonight, C-Web, the marquee matchup between two of the best centers in the game. With a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Chris comes in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And AI subbed in for James Harden. And then for Oklahoma City, Noel's checked in for Patterson. Jeremy Grant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Andre Robertson. Taking a look at the Thunder, they've got Adams. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Grant in at the 3. And it's blocked. They recover it. 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Nene scanning the floor. To the paint, Chen. And AI throws it down.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
Ball against Westbrook. Passes it to Grant. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Chen. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. AI's got 6 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
It's Schroeder with the drop. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Houston gets called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. Brandon Knight's checked in for Paul. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
To the paint, it's tipped. It's stolen by Adams. And oh, here we go. Felton's got it, the fast break chance. And stolen by Knight. Here's Chen. Count it, good. He's got 8. Here's Schroeder. No good on the triple. We come back right after this. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And welcome back as we continue our Christmas Day matchup. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Nerlens Noel. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Felton. Then there's Grant, and it's Adams, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Spurs lit up the floor. He finished with 48 points, and he did not miss a whole lot from the field. The basket must have seemed pretty big. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got him on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full-speed energy basketball at its greatest.
Felton against Knight. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Pulls up on the wing. That shot off.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Have a look at the Rockets organization, Chris. One of the best run teams people think in this league.
Oh, definitely. I mean, over a decade of winning basketball, they find ways to win, and then they won't be satisfied till they win it all.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Schroeder. No good on the 3.
He finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc. They still can't cash in on it.
Here's Chen. Some solid defense from Grant.
But just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short-arm that layup.
To the middle. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Adams. Now a timeout called by Houston. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, they allowed way too many easy buckets. I thought they lacked toughness and energy all night.
Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Nene. Anthony comes in for Chris. James Harden, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Brandon Knight. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Jeremy Grant. Robertson, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Robertson kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Takes the 13-footer. That shot off the mark. And Houston the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Yeah, it looks good when it's going in, but they definitely force some. Overall, pretty inaccurate from out there.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and is too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Chen. The rebound by Patterson. Thunder trailing by 6. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. Robertson kicks to Westbrook. There's the lob to the hoop.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
AI in the post. Uses the glass to finish the layup. AI's got 16 points.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependent.
Pass to Luwawu. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And that one's good. AI. He's got 18.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Westbrook passes to Luwawu. Over to the left wing. Robertson kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Off target from three-point range. Anthony dishes to AI. And stolen by Patterson. And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So any other points coming. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really interesting with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon comes in for Anthony. AI is checked in for James Harden. And it's Brandon Knight in for Chris Paul. The Thunder also changing it up. Nerlens Noel checks in for Patterson. Felton comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The back-to-the-basket scoring obviously more uncommon these days than it was in the past. Can we even say now with any kind of certainty, Chris, who has the best hook shot in the game?
The best hook shot in the game by far, still belongs to Tony Parker. No, he is not a big man, but he did lead the league in paint scoring when he was in his prime. Now a little bit older, he can still get to it. When Tony Parker gets in that paint, Kevin, he has the best jump hook. When I played in the game, the only guy that I respected their jump hook as much as mine was his jump hook, because he would float it over bigs so easy.
No kidding.
Oh, no kidding, Kev. He still has the best jump hook floater in the game. That's right, that man Tony Parker.
You've got Gordon. Clint Capella is out there with Nene. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Chen in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Nene is out of Brazil, a quality player for whom injuries have always been a constraining factor.
Yeah, and that's one reason you like him in that reserve role, controlling his minutes, keeping him fresh, because he's a difference maker on the floor at both ends.
Houston making a switch. Hall's checked in, and Noel throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Adams finds Robertson. Schroeder outside, and it's blocked.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Chen. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And that's now 24 points for AI.
Exceptional instincts from the clever guard, Paul. I mean, reading the D, making the right pass.
Paul against Schroeder. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And the first one drops. Schroeder hits them both. Seven seconds left in the 3rd. AI outside. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, clock running out. They stay poised and get the shot off just in time.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Noel is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Robertson in at the 3 slot. It's good. Westbrook's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Thunder. Houston moving it around. And AI throws it down.
This is the next step for Capella, learning how to become a better passer over time.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. A 12-point game. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Robertson. He's guarded by AI. Just 5 on the clock. Patterson. No good on the 3.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
AI left side. Inside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win-now mode and were willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
For the Rockets. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining.
AI, good timing. Shaq and Kenny have a few questions.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Shaq. Rah! You've been beasting these last few games, and it's fun to watch. Anything you feel you've done differently to make this impact?
Anything differently? You know, the one difference I can identify, I'm trying to be more aggressive with my touches. When I don't settle to play passive, I know it benefits the whole team. Creates opportunities for others, you know, to make plays. And we know that we have to be aggressive as a group in order to accomplish things that we want this season. And we've just been trying to set the tone with my play.
AI, huh? The A must stand for animal. Rawr!
Thank you, Shaq. You're crazy.
空王花筒。猛的，猛的。 超后跟球篮。爱情的是个难题，让人决心。我在心里，过去。
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA. For the Rockets, Nene comes in for Clint Capella, and AI subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Boston also with the sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Kyrie Irving. On the court right now for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown out there with Marcus Smart. And it's Hayward. Then there's Horford. And it's Tatum in at the 4. In the NBA, Clark, great offense sometimes overcomes great defense. The fadeaway jumper, an example of one of the more unstoppable shots players make.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you think of guys like Dirk Nowitzki, LeBron James. Dirk's was so unorthodox, and at his size, just impossible to get to his shot when he stepped away from you. And LeBron has mastered it with his athleticism and strength. I mean, he'll fade away and fade 8-10 feet away from you and still get that shot off. So those two guys, I mean, if you're talking about major fadeaways currently in the last decade, I don't think you could find anybody that would top him.
Hayward looking around. In the corner, Tatum with it. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Anthony from the arc. And AI throws it down. And one aspect of what has made AI so successful is his work ethic, Greg. It's second to none.
It makes sense given just how hard AI has had to work just to get a chance to get in the league. Glad to see that he doesn't feel like he can rest on his laurels and still wants to hone his game.
Right through the D for the layup. Now it's a 5-point Houston lead.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Brown kicks to Smart. Brown outside. Brown jams it in.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Outside Anthony. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Chris, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for James Harden. And then for Boston, Aaron Baines comes in for Al Horford. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Morris kicks to Brown. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Nene did not like that one.
Just awesome speed from Brown. Blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
Gordon, the pass to Chris. Right wing. Houston moving the ball around. Chen. Good, and Paul gets the assist. AI's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Smart kicks to Baines. Here's Morris. Tatum trying to break free. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his first basket.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Back to Paul. Down low, and AI throws it down.
Terrific timing on that pass, placing it in a great spot, ideal spot where his teammate could score.
Smart finds Baines. It's Morris atop the key. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got the game tied up here for Boston.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game. Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Chen passes to Gordon. Nene kicks to AI. 5 on the clock. Not going to go that time. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Tatum, and it's Boston with another.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Gordon just continues to prove why he's so valuable.
Horford dishes to Hayward. Irving against Harden. Outside Tatum. Six on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Brown. Over Paul. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the floor for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Tatum out there with Horford, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
Hayward from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Yeah, they pushed the pace, and typically you get high-quality shots when you do that. I thought they were terrific all game, Greg.
Tatum kicks to Irving. Back to Tatum. They need this, and Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
Off the inbound.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. If you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Poked away. Paul with the steal. There's the pass to Chen. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And Tatum pulls it down.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
Here's Hayward over AI. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
AI in the post, guarded by Tatum. Hayward finds Irving. Capella against Horford. On its way from Hayward for 2. No good off the front iron. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Irving kicks to Horford. Pass to Irving. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and it's blocked by Chen. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Anthony. Harden's got the lead up to 5 now for the Rockets. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, sinks the three-pointer. Hayward's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Houston moving the ball around. Here's Chen. Makes it off the glass. AI's got 15.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harden against Irving. To the paint and taken away by Paul. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Houston on top, up 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Brandon, how would you say you're doing so far, and what do you need to do in the second half?
You know, we're moving the ball really well right now, and, you know, really finding an open man. So, you know, I got to congratulate my team in the first half just on, you know, moving the ball and really playing unselfish. And but the main thing is getting stops, and it's going to come down to getting stops to win this game.
We'll see if you guys are still together in the second half, Brandon. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And a whole new 5 on the floor. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Horford. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Morris is checked in for Jason Tatum. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Brown. They've got Brandon Knight. Nene is out there with Chris. Then it's AI. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And that one is hammered home.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Chen. And it's good for 2. AI's got 17 now.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Irving passes to Morris. Outside, Smart. Off the left rim and out.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Smart's got 4 this quarter. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, you know, one of the things about Mike D'Antoni is that he's an excellent offensive mind, but he gives his players so much confidence. His defensive reputation is not as strong, but with the Rockets last season, they actually were a lockdown team at times. D'Antoni answering those critics about not being a defensive-minded coach.
And D'Antoni back in the catbird seat after some difficult seasons with the Knicks and the Lakers.
Yeah, I love Mike D'Antoni. Love how he comments and interacts with the media and how he handles his team. He's got a team committed to shooting the long ball, and he gives his players a lot of freedom and confidence.
Now, here's AI. He's covered closely. Passes it to Chris. Nene kicks to Knight. To the inside. Williams with the steal. Morris with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Smart dishes to Irving. And the wide open shot from Morris. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so Nene will bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 5. Looking ahead to their next one, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Morris outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Gordon, the pass to Chen. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
Outside Irving, a 3-ball. No good, shot missing. And Houston the other way now. 1:19 left in the third. Knight kicks to AI. Tries it from 9. And the basket is good. And now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Smart against Gordon. Down low, Morris. And he lays it straight in. Morris has got 16.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside Gordon. To the middle. Here's Chen. Unloads from 9. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Smart. The Rockets have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. No good on that one.
You take a look at the Rockets offense and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight and it works for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anthony comes in for Chris and James Harden subbed in for Knight. And a change for the Celtics. Horford's checked in. 11 feet away, Tice. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Rockets trail by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. AI right side. Nene left side. Harden the pass to Chen. Over Morris. The leaner inside. That one doesn't go. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Celtics. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. And it's Irving at the point. Chen. Capella trying to free himself up. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Chen.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Harden can't hit.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Rejected by Chen, and he's able to get it back. And here's the break. And stolen by Horford. Now, here is Irving. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Here's AI. Kicks it to Carmelo. Back to AI. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Celtics. They lead by 1. And yes, it's good. The Rockets have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. AI right side. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on Horford.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And, Greg, you know that's never a bad idea to be the aggressor. I mean, what a ball game we've got going on here, guys.
Ball against Irving. He kicks it to Hayward. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. That's 10 points for Marcus Smart.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Chen. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Brown is checked in for Smart. Austin's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Tatum kicks to Irving. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got 29.
What a huge boost he's giving them here. 4 of 5 in this fourth quarter has come up big.
It's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 4. Anthony in the corner. Paul kicks to Anthony. The pass to Chen. Lays it up and banks it in. AI's got 12 now in this quarter.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, Greg, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Lets it go from 11. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. AI's got 38 points.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Irving against Paul. Outside Irving. Poke loose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Down low, and the dunk by Capella.
So good to see the role players stepping up in big moments. That's a big basket for Clint Capella.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. In the corner, it's Hayward. Shoots the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Al Horford impeding the defense there with the solid screen.
Rockets trail by 3. Paul kicks to AI. Over to the wing. The dish to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, he's not going to mess that one up. Capella, when he's that close, count it.
Boston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good
Now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Paul kicks to Capella, and AI throws it down.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. Yeah, 2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Tucker, the pass to Chen. Here's Capella, and he drops it in from the low post.
When Capella plays with force inside, watch out. I like his intensity.
Moving against Paul. Ball's knocked loose. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 5. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Paul kicks to Capella. Houston moving it around. Over in the corner, Paul, back to AI, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
It's Brown on the wing. Horford with it, and guarded by Capella. Count it!
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Two-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Anthony. Misses off the right iron. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Wanamaker. So we see Boston get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well,
Some food out. All right, so this is the team right here. Hey guys, listen up. I got a special guest here with me. Whoa. This guy is courageous, outrageous, and spontaneous. He's gonna come talk to you guys about winning. Hey, don't get hysterical. Just blame me for this miracle. Right on here.
You guys ever heard of BCT?
Yeah.
No, you haven't, because I just made it up.
Oh.
Barbecue chicken theory. Opponent is barbecue chicken. I know you guys like to eat. Take the opponent, you bite it, you lick your fingers, you win. You don't know what that means, but you'll figure it out. All right, have a great practice. You, come here.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, you. This is AI, right?
Yeah, this is him.
What's up, Shaq?
Don't say what's up, Shaq, to me, buddy.
Okay.
See that? That's how many I got. How many you got, Barkley? 0. Listen, I do the talking. I'm gonna be watching you, all right?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be places you'd never expect me to be.
You'll be places on, okay.
Yeah, all right? You say barbecue chicken.
You want me to say barbecue chicken?
Alert.
Okay, alert.
Barbecue chicken alert.
Barbecue chicken alert.
All right, now walk that way and keep saying it. It'll mean something later.
Barbecue chicken
We can hear
alert.
you. Keep going.
Barbecue chicken alert.
Say it a little louder.
Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken
AI.
alert. Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert.
Yes.
Take it to my office.
Barbecue chicken alert.
Keep saying it.
Barbecue chicken alert.
I can't hear you.
Barbecue chicken alert.
What type of chicken?
Barbecue chicken alert.
How many sides?
That's right, baby.
Basketball's such an international.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, you make sure you guys get a good warm-up out there. AI, you ready?
For game?
What's up, AI?
What's up, man? I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, man, pleasure.
Yeah. Hey, you get a little bigger in the off season, man. You looking pretty swole nowadays.
Yeah, man, I've been eating a lot.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, about 5-6 meals a day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
But you got a personal chef, or you cooking for yourself?
Oh, no, I'll cook myself.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hey, I got a big kitchen in my new spot. You can come through and cook for me sometime.
Oh, for sure. You like pasta?
Yeah. Is that your favorite thing?
My favorite thing to cook. Pasta, Alfredo sauce, and chicken.
Alfredo sauce and chicken? Hey,
got NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
And over the course of the season, they'll see these guys 4 times, and they've already dropped the first game. So this is a get-back game. I think confidence-wise, they need to get the win here.
And maybe tonight they come in with a bit of a fresh look, something maybe their opponent hasn't seen from them, try to shake things up just a little bit.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. AI is out there with PJ Tucker, and it's Capella in at the center position. The season now starting to take shape, Brent. We have a better idea of who the real championship contenders might be.
There seem to be a lot of familiar faces, Kevin.
I agree.
Yeah, always.
But that's okay. I like that.
Yeah, I do too, because in the beginning of the year, we have to do those radio shows and make predictions. Some of our predictions are coming true, thank goodness.
I know. We look smart, don't we? Or
I don't know about that.
You know, you look smart. I don't. You look smart. Now, here is Holiday after the miss from Chen. Peyton passes to Mirotic. Shot clock at 5. From deep. And again, no good by New Orleans. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Moore finds Peyton. Ball's knocked loose. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Good. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, I don't know when Chris Paul sleeps. It's never during the game. Always active and keeping his arms moving, which is how he's able to swipe that one away.
Now here's Moore. 9 points last game out. Passes it to Mirotic, and the shot is good.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Rockets. He'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry. What's the news there, David?
Well, Kevin, no surprise he said their focus has to be on defense when you're going up against a team that's so crafty on offense. He said we have to avoid mental lapses because they will take advantage. We'll see if they're on their game tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Well, they're aware of how difficult an opponent this is to defend. A lot of good shooters they have to deal with.
Which means being extra active with their perimeter D, fighting through screens, quick switches, all the little things they need to do to prevent those open looks.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. I expect a lot of movement defensively. They have to be reacting and, like a watch, rotating all night long.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Payton. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. Holiday with the 3. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets leading by 6. And it's Houston on the break. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Buries the corner 3. Harden's got 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Payton kicks to Moore. Buries the long-range jumper. Moore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the paint, here's Chen. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And you figured it was just a matter of time, but coach finally made the call to move AI into that starting lineup. You get the feeling that this was just an inevitable step in his development.
Greg, you've said yourself that he looks ready to lead, and the team feels the same way as they not only view him as a starter, but also as a long-term piece of their franchise. Payton, good.
Great handle that time. Sometimes Payton pulls some things out that you just can't guard against.
Harden the pass to Capella. Back to AI. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Payton kicks to Holiday. Outside Mirotic. Back to Holiday for the 3. Rockets with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, and some of that loss was due to a lack of hustle, especially on the defensive end.
And there are games where an opponent gets aggressive. You got to raise your level of play. They failed to do that in this one.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back in 06. He spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Now here's Payton. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And it's Davis missing.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
pay that
a team.
kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league. sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job, because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. And the Pelicans making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Anthony comes in for P.J. Tucker. Was shot by Payton, no good. Houston leading by 10. And Nene slams it in.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the score by Houston. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
I can't take Melo for granted on defense, that time with the active hands to help come away with the steal.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Stolen by Nene. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and that one is good. Harden's got 11 points.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Now, here is Miller. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he comes up with the deuce.
A terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Ball outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Chen, and AI throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Here's Davis. The Rockets making the shot. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Davis. He had 22 points in the win against Dallas.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Mirotic finds Payton. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. Good work defensively by Capella.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. P.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Chen in at the 3 spot. Payton passes to Mirotic. It's stolen by Capella. Paul against Payton. Paul dishes to AI. Now the pass to Harden. AI in the post. He's guarded by Hill. Clock at 4. And it's Paul penetrating. AI can't hit.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Moore passes to Hill. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
Here's Chen. That shot missing. Great D that time from Davis. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
The Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
AI in the post. He's against Hill. And AI with the basket on the assist from Capella. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for New Orleans. Well, the 3 is king right now, and spacing can be a problem for the Pelicans.
Well, the team knows they only have a handful of dead-eye shooters. They were in the bottom third for threes taken last year. They play to their strengths, which is a good thing, but in order for them to take the next step, Got to be some dynamic play from the perimeter.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Celtics was outstanding. He finished with 42 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Drew Holiday's checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Right side Hill. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Capella, the pass to Chen. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harden against Moore. Outside Holiday. Floats one, and the layup is up and in. Holiday's got 7.
Well, nice work from Drew Holiday to get close, but it was his length that allowed him to get that shot over the D.
Here's Chen. That one good for 2.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting about 42% so far. Holiday looking for an opening. Count that bucket. He's got 9.
The ball rotates over to AD, and he simply rises up and makes that jump shot look so easy.
AI kicks it to Tucker. Capella, the pass to Tucker. Houston moving it around. And again, the basket is good from Chen. AI's got 27 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Out to the right wing. Right side, Mirotic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. As much as Drew Holiday can contribute on the offensive end, Brent, with his scoring and playmaking, he's also a very capable defender.
Well, he's more than capable. He is one of the better defenders at that position. And the more years Drew Holiday has in the league, the more he's got a notebook of what it is guys like to do and the things he can take away. Great hands, great lateral movement, and last year showed up in a big way defensively for Alvin Gentry.
AI, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Moore finds Davis. Holiday against Paul. Holiday, the pass to Davis. Over Chris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for more. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And Mirotic kicks to Miller. He feeds it to Davis. Out to Miller. Another shot. That shot is off. And the Rockets take it the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Outside Holiday. Back to Clark. Miller outside. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Miller's got his second basket of the game. And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
And stolen by AI. Pass to Chris. To the middle. Here's Chen. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Miller finds Clark. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Clark's got 4 points this quarter.
A huge mistake, letting him establish that kind of position down low.
Defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Holiday left side. Some solid D from Paul. That will count. The shot, no good. And so it's the Houston Rockets in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Well, you had it going on in the first half. Incredible display. How did you get it all to work?
You know, I wouldn't be...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Yeah, those extra possessions, considering how hard it can be sometimes to find offense, become invaluable.
Payton and Holiday are together in the backcourt. Moore and Mirotic are the forward pair. And it's Davis in at the 5 spot. That's the Pelicans' 5. Harden gets the bucket.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Payton dishes to Mirotic. Kicks to Moore. Back to Mirotic. Shot clock at 5. Loads it up for Davis. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Davis. Outside Holiday. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 10 points for Drew Holiday.
Yeah, the big man, the brow, finding a teammate and does a great job of seeing somebody that's uncovered.
Paul against Payton. AI outside. Count that one. AI's got 35.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Payton passes to Holiday. Here's Mirotic. The Rockets pull it in. On the wing, Harden launches a 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Mirotic kicks to Holiday. To the inside, Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Anthony Davis, a great defender by most. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
He hits both from the stripe. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there, has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Payton kicks to Mirotic. Miller outside, and Holiday has it in the corner. Good, and Miller gets the assist. Holiday's got 13. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Rockets. To the middle. Here's Chen. And it's in there.
Well, Chris is such a versatile big man. I like to see him whip the ball over and get it to an open teammate.
New Orleans gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Miller outside. Back to Mirotic. And Holiday has it in the corner. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And for Houston, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And the basket by Gordon.
And once Eric Gordon receives that pass, he's just rising up. So a natural rhythmic jump shot.
The Pelicans shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Mirotic against Anthony. Now here is Mirotic, guarded closely. Pass to Miller. Over to the wing. Here's Payton. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 9.
Well, most point guards have a good idea where the shot clock is. Payton did not panic.
Outside Anthony. He's feeling it. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Free throw good. AI. There's 39 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Payton kicks to Holiday. Mirotic against Gordon. Mirotic finds Payton. 4 on the shot clock. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Houston. AI's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Still the traditional play of Chris Paul as the point guard, that pass-first DNA. Amazing what he's done when you think back through his entire career.
And here we go with Miller running up the court. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Houston out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Houston, you've got Ennis. Carter Williams is out there with Chris Paul. Then it's AI. And it's Chris in its center, locking down the middle.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
They grabbed their own miss. Johnson attacking. Johnson double teamed. Miller dishes to Johnson. The kick out to Frazier. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. The pass to Ennis. He dishes it to Carter Williams. And good that time.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Frazier the pass to Johnson. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Green, he's checked in for Houston.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Unloads from 9, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. AI's got 48.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Frazier kicks to Hill. Dishes it to Miller. Frazier left side. 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside Jackson. He kicks to Hill. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 7 points for Hill.
Well, got to admire the stroke that time from Hill, able to knock down the 3 ball.
Top of the key, Chris. Houston moving the ball around, and AI throws it down.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
And it's Carter Williams with the ball for Houston. Here's Chen. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Frazier kicks to Hill. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Pelicans have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. From downtown, and it's AI with the rebound. AI's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Well, Marquise Chris and his agility help him get to those kind of positions. What a finish.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Frazier the pass to Miller. Pass to Jackson. High arcing shot, and he lays it up and in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Rockets have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. And there's the feed to AI. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Johnson. Unable to get that one. And Houston the other way now. Carter Williams with it. Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So, interesting thought.
So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, wow, what you all did tonight, what a display of offense. What got into you to produce this performance?
Well, a couple of my teammates challenged me before the game. They were saying, let's see how high you can go tonight. So I said, all right, I'll show you exactly how high I can go. I mean, but even still, I didn't think I'd put that many points on the board. That was pretty surprising to me.
Well, you're buying tonight for everybody. Great job. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.
There's my awesome interviewee. Get it? Awesome interviewee, AI.
Yeah, man.
Your initials.
I get it. You need me out there?
Oh, yeah. Whenever you're ready.
All right, coming.
Like, killed in my improv group. Hey, look, that joke did really kill in my improv group.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, just keep workshoping it, you know? I mean, like, you'll get there, man. It's all good.
Okay.
AI, hey, congrats on getting the start.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So how's it feel to finally make the starting lineup?
Man, it's a real honor, you know, to be playing for this team, to be playing with this group of guys. It means a lot. And my teammates have been a big help, you know, in getting me transitioned from learning the ropes to learning the game. And, you know, they couldn't have been more gracious. I played all right tonight. So I hope that I can build on this and that we can keep winning some games. We good then? Okay, thanks.
Thanks, AI.
what's up, man?
What's up, man? What's going on today?
Not much, man. Just gonna try to get some drills in. Work on a few things I need to improve on.
Nice. All right. Let me know what you need.
All right, thanks, man.
Hey, AI, finishing at the rim is still an art. Let's get this going. Poetry in motion, AI. Poetry in motion, AI.
Good finish, good finish.
Just like that. Excellent work, AI. Let's get it next time.
Hey, hit me up.
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it, come on. Yeah, let's go, let's do it. Get off me. Let's go.
Poetry in motion, AI.
Doesn't get any better than that. Hey, see you later, man.
Hey, all right, AI. I see you want to work on finishing at the hoop. Let's get started.
Good finish.
Practice how you play, guys. Come on.
Hey, see you later, man.
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
When's team dinner? I'm starving. Someone needs to change their socks. Do you smell that?